Hi folks, how you doing? This is Iqbal with NVIDIA Daily Analysis. In this video, we will discuss NVIDIA stock price movement for today and we'll try to make an assessment for tomorrow and day after tomorrow using technical charts, fundamentals, and economic data that is due this week. Now, let's get started. You see NVIDIA stock chart for today on your screen. Nvidia opened at 1136. It made a high 1150. It made a low 1120 and it closed at 1150. And that's a good thing for those who still has Nvidia shares. It's already 4.9% up today. So today we notice that very less volatility on the Nvidia shares. Mostly we see the buying pressure on Nvidia today. One of the reason is the stock split. Still we have 4 more days to go. And another reason we can find it out when we take a look news regarding Nvidia. If there is any other news or fundamental that is causing that, we'll find it out in a bit. And it will be interesting to see how further up Nvidia can go before the actual split happens. Can it break the all-time high that is 1158? Yeah, it may be possible Nvidia can go further higher than 1158, but how high it can go in next 4 days, that will be interesting to see. In my opinion, the maximum price Nvidia can touch in this quarter is 1241. But I don't think that Nvidia will touch 1200 before the actual split effective date. Please let me know in the comment section what do you think. So now moving on, last 5 days Nvidia up 4.29%, last 1 month is already 24% up and last 6 months is 152%. So this tells that some correction is due from Nvidia and I think the correction might happen after a week or two from the actual split date, when things get settled down. Remember, I bought Nvidia shares around 1172 sometime last week. I sold my Nvidia stock around 1135 today, and I'll rebuy Nvidia stock when it drops. So that's how I do. I do the swing trade. I do not keep the stocks for so long. When I reach my levels, I sell it and then rebuy it. Now let's take a look technical charts and try to make some assessment for tomorrow. You see 90-day hourly interval chart for NVIDIA on your screen and also the MACD chart. As we noticed on Friday, MACD started to get some momentum sometime on Friday and is still carrying the same momentum. So the blue line, the MACD line, is trying to go further up and the curve is steeper than in the past, right? For example, this one. So let's see what happens on tomorrow. I see that the buying pressure is still strong for tomorrow. Now let's take a look 30 minutes chart. So in a 30 minutes, you see the same behavior. That MACD line is started going up since Friday and is still carrying the same momentum and is trying to go further high. So MACD line is suggesting that tomorrow Nvidia should go further up. Now let's take a look RSI. RSI in a 30 minutes chart is at 68, so it has not crossed the 70 level yet, so it's kind of little overbought at this point, but RSI still has more room to go further up in the short term. Now let's take a look Fibonacci levels. You see Fibonacci levels on your screen starting from 0% to 100%. I selected the highest point 1155 and the lowest point as 940. I selected 940 as the lowest point because before the split announcement, Nvidia was trading around 940. After 1155, the next level of resistance is 1158 and that is all-time high at this point. As you see here, 52 weeks high 1158. So it will be interesting to see if it can break 1158 tomorrow. On the lower side, the next level of support is 1104, and after that is 1073. Now let's take a look Bollinger Bands. So as we noted on Thursday or probably Friday, that the buying forces started leading the battle and still is leading today as well. You see, Nvidia chart is above 20-day moving average. So it's going further up. Now let's talk about news regarding Nvidia. You see news regarding Nvidia on your screen. So let's take a look this news. I guess this is very relevant and that might impacting Nvidia stocks for today as well. That says Nvidia shares are trading higher after the company on Sunday announced its new AI chip. So this good for Nvidia. So the stock split announcement and this new development regarding AI chip are complementing each other and taking Nvidia go further high. The Bank of America Securities says Nvidia other chip stocks set for growth despite near-term challenges. So they're expecting Nvidia on the bullish side. And that is true, right? Nvidia still has more room to go further up before the next earnings. So another price target increase for Nvidia, and that is this one from Bank of America Securities raises price target on Nvidia to 1500 from 1320. Also the other one that says what's going on with the Taiwan semiconductor stock on Monday. Let's take a look. So TSMC has also gone up today about 2.6%, and that's a good thing for Nvidia. As you probably noticed this news probably 2 weeks ago that says TSMC sees annual sales growth to reach 10%, and they are estimating second quarter sales to rise as much as 30%. So as TSMC is the biggest supplier for Nvidia, so we can expect that Nvidia in this quarter gonna have good sales and earnings as well. Now let's take a look this one that says Nvidia stock jumps 3% pre-market. As you notice that Mr. Jensen, the CEO of Nvidia, has done some presentation lately and talking about AI accelerator named Rubin that's gonna be launched in 2026. And that's a good news for Nvidia. So this means that Nvidia keeps investing and launching new products in the AI sector. I see lots of positive news regarding Nvidia for today, and that is causing Nvidia to go further up. Now, let's talk about other AI stocks. So, regarding other stocks, you see Nvidia is the top of the positive change for today, and after that is Amazon and then Apple. But the other AI stocks you see have shown negative closing today. So this tells that overall market was weak today, but the split announcement and some good news regarding AI chip for Nvidia has pumped Nvidia go further high today. Now let's take a look economic data due this week. You see the economic calendar on your screen. Tomorrow we do not have any important data coming up? Wednesday, nothing much. Thursday, weekly initial jobless claim. That's somewhat important, but that's not going to shake the market big time. Friday, we have important data coming up that is US employment report, and also that would include US unemployment rate and non farm payroll. And that is important because that is published once a month. And that would tell how the US labor market is going. And that might suggest if inflation rate should go up or go down in the future. Probably next 2 to 3 days, no major economic data is coming up that can pull Nvidia down big time. So if Nvidia drops in next few days, probably that will be a little correction, but I'm not expecting a big drop on Nvidia before Thursday. On Thursday, we might see some volatility on Nvidia stock because we'll have unemployment data coming up on Friday, and also Friday would be the last day before the actual split happens. So that's all about for today regarding Nvidia analysis and assessment. Talk to you more tomorrow. Take care.